first thing I'm going to start with is filling up my electric kettle with some water. And I like to use the electric kettle because it's easier than having a pot. But you can heat your water up in a pot if you wanted to. So I'm going to I filled up my kettle with water, and I'm going to turn it on and let that get hot. And then I'm going to pour that into my pitcher with some sugar, and then infuse it with the hibiscus tea leaves. And as you can see, it doesn't take very long for it to heat up. That's why I love this electric kettle. Okay, so what I have here is a pitcher. This particular pitcher is about 2.5 quarts. So I'm just going to take like a half a cup of sugar, and the sugar I like to use is actually like an organic raw sugar. I buy it from the health food store. It comes in bulk, so you usually have, what I mean by that is like it doesn't come in a bag. You have to kind of scoop it out of the bin and put it in the bag for yourself. So if I can't get a raw organic sugar, I will use like a pure cane, a cane sugar. This is not pure cane sugar, which is the white sugar. I don't really use that type of sugar at all for anything. I usually use a raw organic sugar, or this particular sugar if I don't have time, or I run out and I don't have time to get this type of sugar. So this sugar I use when I cannot get this sugar. So and the reason why I like this one is because it's not as processed as the white sugar. The white sugar actually has no nutritional value at all. It just gets in your body and wreaks havoc. So I will use this. Now, granted, it's still sugar, so you still need to pace yourself, but this is a better version of sugar. So I'm just going to put the half a cup of sugar in here. And if you need yours a little bit sweeter, that's fine. I kind of like mine a little bit lightly sweet. And then I'm going to take my hot water that I boiled in my electric kettle here and just pour it into the pitcher. Now this kettle, it pretty much holds about 2.5 quarts because it fits into this pitcher perfectly. So I know when I fill up this, that is going to fill this up. So we have that in there. So the next thing I'm going to do is just take my hibiscus flowers. Like I said earlier, this came from a company called Star West Botanicals. So I think they're starwest-botanicals.com. So they sell a lot of dry herbs in bulk like this, all different kinds: peppermint, hibiscus, catnip. I mean, it's a bunch of things, which catnip is great for kids, especially if they have a cold or fever and they're really congested. So catnip is great for kids. Doesn't taste that great, but it's really good to help bring down a fever or help them fight a cold and stuff like that. And I don't have any kids, but I know this because of my mom and because I study a lot of herbs and stuff. That's what I do. It's kind of like a hobby. I've always done that. Even when I was a teenager, I had like all types of herbal books and stuff and was always reading about herbs. So, and I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So this is what it looks like. It's just the dried flower that's been taken off the bush, and the flower that's been taken off the bush and just dried. That's it. And this infuses a lot of color into the water, and you'll see once I put this into the pitcher. But it's just dried and loose flakes, and these are pretty much the petals from the flower that's been dried out. So I have my herbs in here. Now this is a tea ball, and I got this from my local health food store. I think they also sell them in the grocery store too, but they come in small little balls and then bigger ones. This is one of the bigger ones, and I forget how much this was. I think it was like $6 or something like that, which I think is expensive for something like this. But yeah, so it's just pretty much a round little ball, half circumference on one and half on the other, and you know, you put it together, mix one ball, and it lets your tea diffuse and strain it at the same time, so you don't have tea leaves in it. And it has a little latch on here, so when you put it together, you know, it holds the both sides together. So now I'm just going to drop this into the hot water, and you see how it just comes out. It's like amazing. And so this is why I use hot water, because you could do this in cold water, but it would take a lot longer. Hot water definitely breaks down the tea leaves a lot quicker, so that it can actually diffuse the tea into the water. So I always heat up the water before I make any type of herbal tea, no matter if it's going to be a hot tea or a cold tea. I always do it like this. So I'm just going to let this sit in there in the hot water and the sugar for about, you know, I don't know, about 45 minutes, because I like it kind of strong, and I'll leave it out because I want the water to cool off. So once it cools off, I'll be able to pour it in some glass of ice without it melting the ice all the way down to water and drink it. So stay tuned. Okay, so it's been cooling off for about I guess about 45 minutes to an hour. So what I'm going to do next is not what you don't have to do this. It's just something I do. So if you guys remember, I put in the tea and some sugar and some water, hot water. What I'm going to add now is some aloe vera juice. And the reason why I add this is because it helps with digestion, and it's also an anti-inflammatory. So I usually add this in lemonade or whatever else, just to give the drink a little bit extra added health bonus. So I'm going to add a little bit of this, and it's just aloe vera juice. That's juice from an aloe vera plant. I got this from my local health food store, of course. So I have not seen this in the grocery store anywhere, so I'm not sure if you can get it from a grocery store, but it's supposed to be organic and good for you. So I'm going to add maybe like a quarter cup, and it comes out like water, because it is water basically. So I'm probably just going to add half of a quarter cup. Now the way this tastes like water, but a little tangy. So if you don't want it to overpower your tea, don't put in a lot. Just put in a little. Or if you don't want to put it in your entire batch of tea, then don't. Just put a few teaspoon or whatever in your own cup, your own drink, and you don't have to put it in the entire pitcher. But you know, I want every drink. I don't want to forget. Every time I grab this, I want to make sure I'm getting, you know, the hibiscus tea and the aloe vera juice. So I'm going to put that in there. And stir it up a little bit. And you can see how dark the tea is. That's because the longer you leave the tea ball steeping in the water, the stronger it gets. And the flavor of this tea is awesome. It tastes like fruit punch, actually, like a really light fruit punch. So, I'm gonna get the ball out. Take the ball out, because if you leave that in there for days, it'll start to taste like metal. We don't want that. So we'll just take the ball out of there. And it'll probably be good to make sure that, you know, when you make this particular tea, if you are working on your countertop or whatever, to have like a paper towel, because it does stain. So you don't want that to be on your counter. It does wipe away, but you know, you don't want it to leave like a little light pink stain on there on your countertop or your cutting board. So that's that. And I'm going to add just a few lemon slices in here. Just have just for a light lemon flavor. And there you have it. So now I'm going to just pour it into my glass of ice over here. Still a little warm, but it's not hot, so I won't be melting the ice all the way down. I made a mess. I don't like this picture. It's kind of weird. The top makes me spill things. Okay, so that is the hibiscus tea. One thing I do want to mention is that if you don't have the loose leaf hibiscus tea, there's an alternative. You can buy, and this is at your local grocery store, you can buy like this particular tea. I'm not endorsing this company or whatever, but I do use this if I don't have, sometimes if I don't feel like making the hibiscus tea with the tea ball. So you can buy this, and this is like little bags of tea, and the first ingredient on this particular type of tea, red singer herbal tea, is hibiscus. So and it comes out the exact same color as this, and it tastes awesome. Tastes really good. So if you can't get like hibiscus loose leaf tea, then go to your grocery store and go down the tea aisle where they have like herbal teas in the box and pick up this particular flavor, red singer, and there you have it. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys make this. I hope you guys enjoy it and get the health benefits from it. Another thing, I don't know if I mentioned it, the aloe vera juice has a mild laxative, so it's very, very mild. So nothing's going to cramp your stomach or anything like that. It's just very mild. So if you're having a problem in that area, that's one thing you can use, and just add it into your tea or add it into your water or your lemonade or whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know what you think. Thanks.